Now we're going to pause there for a minute. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this year's winner. So this year's winner won with an overwhelming majority of votes, both by readers and judges. And that is truly a true testament to the hard work she and everyone in her organisation and across the NHS as a whole have put in this year to keep us all safe, up to date with the latest information, and ensure we all have access to the care we need and the products needed to do that. And more recently, ensure we can all book our COVID-19 vaccines online. I'm extremely pleased to announce our winner, Sarah Wilkinson, CEO of NHS Digital. Now, I know we have Sarah with us here, so I want to say a huge congratulations to you. This must be a great recognition, not just for you, but for the whole organisation and your whole team and the fantastic work, blood, sweat and tears you've all put in. I know it's been challenging, but yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, Liz. I mean, yeah, what can I say? Thank you very, very, very much for this award. I'm very honoured to accept it, which of course I do on behalf of the whole of the NHS Digital staff. Computer Weekly is such an influential magazine. It's been such a kind of staple of life in IT for so many of us for so many years. I actually remember when my first ever job, there was a sort of stack of Computer Weekly magazines on the front desk of the little software house that was the first job I had in 1991, I think, which is probably giving too much away. But thank you for being a sort of reliable descriptor for our entire industry for well, for the entire careers of many of the people on the line today. And it's fantastic to receive an award that's been voted for by Computer Weekly readers. I know that's going to mean a lot to everyone in our organisation, because obviously what that means is that there's so many people across the UK that recognise and respect what we do on behalf of the NHS and the impact that we've had in that work. NHS Digital has had an extraordinary year. You know, it's been pretty intense. We've delivered a vast number of services in a very short time, from one online system, which became the kind of primary triage point at the outset of the pandemic, to all the infrastructure for COVID testing, the systems for identifying the clinically vulnerable patients who need to shield, as you just mentioned, the vaccines infrastructure. You know, we built new systems to allow appointment booking into emergency care settings. We've built infrastructure to support remote consultations. We've built new physical connectivity across a huge number of new sites, and, you know, testing sites, vaccination sites, hospitals. We've put digital services into care homes. We've supported the oximetry at home programme. We've delivered new authentication systems for PPE environments. We've made constant updates to the nhs.uk site, which is one of the most visited health sites in the world, so it's of great international as well as national importance. We've processed data requests at a phenomenal rate, you know, new feeds in, new feeds out, new analytic tiers and models, lots of very complicated work in building and defining code sets. We have provided data for, you know, many partner organisations to support them in running many different aspects of the service over the course of the last year, and we've had the privilege of supporting a whole raft of kind of major clinical research programs, you know, including many of those that, well, changed the course of history, like the recovery trial. And in the background, we've achieved the world's largest ever email migration to the cloud. You know, we've managed to continue to build most of the services that we had on our pre-COVID plan, and we've operated all of the critical national products and platforms at the very highest levels of reliability and security. So I do lead an extraordinary group of people, and it's so lovely to get this recognition. If it's okay, I'll just give a quick shout out to a couple of other communities I think are important, because absolutely everything we do depends on kind of deep and wide collaboration and partnership. The first thing I would like to say is just all our peer organisations within the NHS. The NHS is probably one of the most complex organisations in the world. You know, the number of constituent organisations, the very, very deep interdependencies, the complexity of the legislation, you know, the sheer scale of the demand we're dealing with can make it a very, very challenging environment in which to operate. And you know, it's only possible to make progress when all the necessary parts of that structure sort of find a way to jostle along together. And to be perfectly honest, quite often the mere fact that we've all jostled in roughly the same direction seems like a bit of a miracle. But what gets all of us who work at NHS Digital up every morning is knowing that what we do matters so very much to patients and clinicians up and down the country, and the deep respect and admiration we have for those on the front line of the NHS, especially this year. It's truly humbling to work with them. And I'd like to give a shout out to all CIOs, CTOs, CDOs, and all their staff right across the NHS. Any one of those teams would have been worthy of this award this year. And finally, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to all our suppliers. We have over 300 tech supplier organisations who work with NHS Digital in many different ways, many different services. And I can really say this year in particular, without exception, they've been there for us through thick and thin. So, on that note, I'll just say thank you one last time. This is really, really special. We really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, Liz.
No, thank you, Sarah, for all your hard work this year. This award is truly well deserved. Now it's time for me to start wrapping up. This has been such a wonderful afternoon, and I want to say a special thank you. If I can share my screen again. To our events partners, Harvey, Nash and Spinks. We could not have pulled this off without all your hard work. So thank you very much. Once again, I want to say a huge congrats to our top 50 and a big thank you to you, our audience, for taking part in this event. I hope you all learned something new and most importantly, enjoyed yourself. Hope you all have a good evening, and that's goodbye from me. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining us today.